Hello friends, welcome to Azure Data Factory. Our topic is lookup activity in Azure Data Factory. I will explain you what is lookup activity and the data supported by it, and I will show you a live example. So what is lookup activity? Lookup activity can retrieve a data set from any of the Azure Data Factory supported data sources. We can dynamically determine which objects to operate on a subsequent sequence instead of putting the hardcore values for those like files or tables. So lookup activity reads and returns the content of a configuration file, either a table. It also returns the result of executing a query or a store procedure. So suppose we have to perform an activity and we need some input. Depends on the lookup activity. Like the lookup activity gives you the result either query or a store procedure or table. This is the link I have given. You can go to the directly Microsoft documentation portal and read in detail. You can see here, this is lookup activity. Okay, if you go down, we have the supported data sources for this. You can see like we have category and data store. In the data store, we can see the like we have different categories. For Azure, like we can see like Azure Blob Storage, Azure SQL Database. See, if you go down more, then you will get another category like databases category, and we have DB2, MySQL, Oracle. So if you go down, we have different categories. You can find it what data sources you can support, like NoSQL, file. In file, we have file system. This way, we have different categories. Now go to the Azure portal. We have Azure Data Factory open. Let's create a new pipeline for this example. I will take new pipeline. Okay, and I will search for lookup activity. Let's drag and drop it into canvas. This is the general section. We have already like general section is same like other activities. Don't waste time on this. Go to the section, settings section. Now select the source data set. What will be the source data set for it? Either we can create new or we can select here. So let's discuss some scenario here. What we will do in this video. What I will do, I will read some folder names from the tables in the database, like the table name 1, table name 2, table name 3, and I will use that table name for another activity. So table name, I can say that we have a copy activity. So I will copy activity from one source, one input to output folder. In that output folder, we have 3 types of output folder, and we can take them from lookup activity. Okay, so I have had script queries here that I will run in the SQL database. Okay, and that I will use as a query in the lookup activity to get the result of output folder. So suppose we have a ID folder and output folder, sorry, ID name and output name columns. Okay, so for table, what we will do, the next activity, what we will do next activity will be copy activity. That copy the files, or we can take a copy activity through for each loop. So I will show you one copy activity example, and then I can show you the for each activity that will copy the files from one folder to multiple folders each by one in loop, and then output folder will be run in loop, like in different loop. It will use different loop. So like output 1, output 2, or output 3, these 3 folder, and these 3 folder names from where I will get from the database using lookup activity. So let's go to the storage account. Let me show you. We have folders here. In input folder, we have a file. Okay. This is employee.csv file that we can use for our example. And if you go out, we have a 3 folders: output 1, output 2, and output 3. So suppose in output 1 we have a details 1.csv, not details csv. Okay, the same in output 2, and the last is output 3. details tools.csv. Okay, so I will copy file from input folder to output folder, employee details.csv. Okay, now go to the database and let me show you that query. So I will create a table first and I will run that query to insert the data. This is SQL query editor. Okay, if you don't have idea like how we can create a database and how we fire the query and get the results, please watch my previous video. I have made a video on that, on database part, like how we can create and play with the database. So let's copy this queries and let's put here. We have a table script here, just run it and data will be inserted. Okay, now run the select query for this. Select folder details. We have two fields here, ID and the folder name. We can see output 1, output 2 and output 3. Three folder we have for this. Okay, let me prepare query for exact lookup activity. So just use select folder name now. Okay, so select folder name from this folder details that I will use in lookup activity. So it will give me just folder name because we don't want ID name. Now copy this and run it. Okay, so it's giving correct. So now copy it and let's move to Azure Data Factory now. And in this copy activity we can use, like, we need to create first a data set. For that, let's select Azure SQL database. Okay, you can see we have Azure SQL database. Just continue to create data set, and for data set we need to create link service. Okay, just put some meaningful name and select for new link service that will connect to that table or that database. Put some name if you want to. So the name should be understandable by seeing it. Server name, this is my server name, the database name, and username and password. Okay, this way it will connect to that server, Azure SQL database. In my last video I have shown it, like how we can create server, how we can create the database, and the tables, the queries, running, everything. So if you watch my video one by one sequentially from starting, then you will have better idea for all this. So we have created data set now. Okay, it's done. Yeah, so you can see like source data set. We can preview the data from here. It is showing one output only, one output 1. So why it is that? Because we have option here, first row only. If you uncheck it, you will get all the runs. If you want to perform for one first row activity, then you can keep it checked. Okay, so currently I have used table here. You can use table, query and store procedures. So I am using query this time. This query I have written and shown you. So just select this, copy this query and then put here. So this way we will give the result for folder names only. And we had some timeout settings we have already discussed. Another, and this is isolation. If you, this is different topic totally. So like what is isolation? Okay, for now it's not necessary. So we have this important setting here, for read only, for first rows only. Let's keep it for one field only, first rows. It will give you first rows only. This is user activities properties. I have already discussed on this. So let's move to the next. Let's copy activity, drag and drop into canvas and connect it from lookup activity. Okay, so what we will do now? Copy activity. In copy activity we have a source that again we need to select, create a data set. For that, at the source we will have delimited file. So I will select this delimited text option from Azure Blob Storage and we will select that particular folder, input folder. So let's create the data set first. It looks like this video is going too lengthy because we need to create multiple data sets, link services, and then lookup activity, copy activity, and filter activity. Okay, so link service is created now. To create. Just take it as input. So we are using as input name. Okay, subscription, we need to select free trial subscription as we have only this. If anyone have paid service, then we select that. Okay, the storage account name, we have this is storage account. Just hit the create button. Link service is created. You can see the file path here. We can browse and select particular folder or file where you have files. Okay, just select this employee.csv file. You can see the path now and hit the OK. So our data set will be created. Now go to the sync option, that is target option, and again we need to create another data set for that because we will have output folder for this. Just select storage, blob storage, delimited CSV file. Okay, select this first row as header, so our output will be first row as header. Link service, let's move to create a new link service now. Storage account name, this is our storage, take storage. You want to test, then you have option to test this, test that. I will give without testing. Okay, so this is data set. Just browse, and this time I will select that output folder. We have 3 output 1 also, so just select output 1 or keep it blank, so at runtime it will check the result. It will take the result from this lookup activity. So now for this data set, we want that data set, the folder name as variable as dynamic. So this dynamic would be so we can use the lookup activity output for that. This is our target data set. Just go to the connection if you see, and let's create the parameter now for folder name. Okay, type is string, and now for folder name we can make it dynamic. Just select that parameter folder name, and we can see the expression here. Just hit OK. So our data set, output data set is now dynamic that we can use. So our pipeline is 7. Yes, just connect now. Now what will we do? If we go to the data set sync, we will use that lookup activity output here. So this time in expression I will select lookup activity output here. You can see the expression activity.lookup1 output, and use that value. We will write, need to write the value that is the correct expression. Source is also set, lookup is set. Okay, I guess we are set to run now. Just hit the debug button and it will start executing. Within a few seconds it will be completed. If you want to see the progress, just go to the pipeline output and refresh it, so you can see the progress of this activity. So it's completed now, you can see. Okay, so it's proceed for only one row because we have this check mark. We can uncheck it for, like, if you want to proceed the copy activity for all the rows. Okay, or what we can do, we can take the field for each activity for this to like loop all the files for all the folders one by one. So we have 3 folders now, output 1, output 2, output 3. If we go to the settings, we have a lookup and activity value. Okay, in activities we can go inside and select copy activity. So in for each activity we will have one activity as copy activity, and same data set we will select what we had in the last copy activity. Sync we have variable, so we can select that variable, and for each loop it will be as item. Okay, because this is for each element it will be going to run. Let's hit now and it will be executed. The video is lengthy, that's why I'm making it fast. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you have a better idea now how we can work on lookup activity, for each activity and copy activity. Thank you for watching this video. We will see in next video.